Oh, about 10 years now, I guess.
Fishing and tradition go hand in hand for many families. For example, multiple generations returning to the same Canadian resort or lodge year after year. Some traditions are predicated on high numbers of fish, where the bite is literally non-stop. Others are centered around adventure, with anglers continually exploring new waters while operating out of a base camp. And then there are the trophy walleye hunters, anglers with insatiable drive to set new personal bests. Call it gold fever. An obsession that pushes many of us from one claim to the next, forever in search of the mother lode. Few waters make this list, but those that do exert a unique gravitational force that keeps drawing us back, trip after trip, year after year. The Rushing River Watershed in northwest Ontario offers it all. From Hawk Lake in the northeast to Dogtooth in the southwest, it would take multiple lifetimes to explore these expansive, world-class walleye waters, also home to big crappie, smallmouth, pike, and lake trout. It's a big fish playground set amidst towering pines and glacial geography, where stunning sunrises and sunsets bookend each incredible day of fishing. It's a place where the day never seems long enough and we plead just one more cast before retiring for a good night's rest far from the rat race, a blanket of stars and brilliant northern lights above. On today's Edge, we explore the Rushing River Watershed and meet a few anglers who've made these waters and their lodges part of their fishing tradition. Along the way, James and Troy Lindner share 3 must-know presentations for any Canadian walleye trip.
Oh, look at that. That's the right side. That's kind of what we're looking for out here.
Closed captioning is provided by Smooth Moves, adjustable boat seat suspensions for a smoother ride.
Oh, yeah, that's on there. It felt like I snagged a giant rock.
Well, that could be a big one.
Yeah, it's moving.
What species you got on there?
I imagine this one is
Whopper
the right
walleyes.
kind.
Now you're talking.
Yeah, look at that, just bulldogging.
We'll get the net out here.
Yeah, we're gonna need a net on this one, I think.
Let's see what it is. So, yeah, that's a big walleye.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Up shallow, right up on top.
Just sort of stopped.
That was interesting. You changed to the night
here.
crawler. We've been fishing with leeches.
Well,
with very slow. He puts a night crawler on and gets bit immediately. I'm impressed.
just a little change of.
What size is he?
A slight. I'm not sure.
I think you got a lake trout on here. You know
Yeah,
that this lake actually has quite a few different species of very large fish.
Yeah.
And you coming around this side?
Yeah.
Why don't you go come over by me?
I'm gonna come by you.
Yeah. I'm gonna spin around here.
All right.
Wow, I'm really.
I saw color.
If this is a walleye, it's a big one.
I saw a little tail action there.
This is a Hawk Lake special.
Yeah, I'm gonna need your assistance on this.
I'm waiting in the wings. There's few things I like more than netting them. I like catching them, but I'll net them too.
Let's see. All right, there's the bouncer.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that's a big one.
Oh, look at it. Is that going to fit?
Come here, come here.
Is that going to... Whoa.
Come here. Oh, come here. Come here. Wait. Come
Wait.
Man, that's a big one. That's a big walleye. Holy mackerel. I'm not kidding you. That is a giant walleye. Holy
cow.
I mean, my net is sort of marginal on this guy here. We're going to have to sort of work to get her out of there.
This is a two-person deal. Oh, look at that. That's the right side. That's kind of what we're looking for out here. Look at the size of that beast. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that thing. Holy cow. All right. Here you go.
Beautiful fish. Look at the size of that thing. You know, we just got into camp, and they were saying the season's been only open for 2 weeks. They've caught 125 of them that big.
All right, go ahead. Bye. There she goes. You know, I think it's been probably 15 years at least since I've caught a walleye that big. This is, I'm still shaking from that thing. This is exciting.
This time of year, I start to get real anxious. All I want to do is get out on the lake. That's my time. Time to hang with the guys, to have a little friendly competition. And you can't beat the adrenaline rush of seeing the fish come in. There's nothing like it. And there's nothing like a fresh fish fry at the end of the day with the gang. Mills Fleet Farm, serving the great outdoors since 1955.
There's no place like this.
Oh, wow! Unbelievable.
This segment is brought to you by Big Bite Baits, designed to bring the big bite to your line.
You know, to catch any fish, when you're talking really trophies, you got to go to the right water. Right now we're fishing for walleyes, and we're in Northwest Ontario on Hawk Lake. This lake, actually this entire watershed of Dogtooth Chain as well as Hawk Lake, grows tremendously big fish. I mean, it's just amazing when you're talking walleyes 28 to as long as 32 inches in length.
Hawk Lake Lodge is a drive-to resort, or a full American plan, very high-end. There's many of us from my staff, as there are of you. We have private cabins on the water and wonderful gourmet meals. We have hot tubs and saunas and some of the best fishing in Canada. We have 4 different sport fishes here. A lot of people come for the trophy walleye, and that's a lot of fun. But we also have incredible bass fishing, great smallie fishing, lake trout early and late in the season, and pike pretty much whenever you want to catch them. So depending on what you want to catch and how you want to go after them, we can put you on a lake and you can have a ball doing it. Here at Hawk Lake, we have 18 different portage lakes, but the primary lake is Hawk Lake, which is about 2,600 acres, over 400 feet deep. It drains into Little Dogtooth, which then goes into Dogtooth and ends up in the Rushing River. And as we all know, the Rushing River really is an incredible watershed. It's excellent. It's an excellent fishery.
You know, we come up to the Dogtooth Lake because it's probably one of the best big walleye lakes in North America. It's all part of that Rushing River system. It comes out of Hawk Lake, down into Dogtooth, into Lake of the Woods. And I'll tell you what, we catch big walleyes and have been catching them for 18 years. That's why we come here. You know, North America is loaded with great fishing destinations, but when it comes to big walleyes, there's very few places that you can come up and catch a 29 to 32 inch walleye. Very few places you can do that. And Dogtooth Lake is one of them. You know, I think the most important thing is you look at the food sources, and they dwarf ciscos, and they eat ciscos up to about 8 to 9 inches. And I think that's the food source. You know, when you look at like a friend of mine said to me, are you eating salad or are you eating butter? Well, the butter's putting the weight on. I guarantee you that.
Dogtooth Lake's a very interesting lake in which it has very many species. We got the crappies in the spring and the fall that are really good. In the summer, they're a little harder to find. The smallmouth bass are excellent for almost all year round, and especially in the spring, the guys are using top water, and fly fishermen come in. We have northerns, which I have guys come before the season opens into the bays where the big ones are in there spawning. So, and then with the lake trout, and it still has a few splake in the lake, but basically the lake trout, and of course the walleyes, and the trophy walleyes is what Dogtooth is really known for. There's many, many big fish. I know of at least 2 over 20 pounds that have been caught on this lake, and I personally had a huge one on that I couldn't even get off the bottom and lost it. So I know it was very big.
Hawk Lake is sort of special for a couple of different reasons. And number one, it's got the right makeup, bottom composition, depth, forage, and genetic straining that grows these really big fish. The other thing, this is total catch and release. All the fish are released in this body of water, so it's pretty highly regulated, which is one of the reasons why these fish keep on growing this big.
And we've never been to this lake before, so utilizing this auto chart live with Humminbird is pretty critical and amazing at the same time. You can see right here, we're actually creating a map as we fish. You can see the hump. This is where we actually caught that fish, right there. And then down here, we have side imaging here to see the boulders that we're fishing, and then we have our helix unit over here, kind of marking the boulders and the fish and the sonar, kind of utilizing both pieces, but mainly right here is using the auto chart live to figure out what this all looks like. It's truly incredible.
Where's that little rascal?
Not that little.
No.
Do you want me to net, or do you want to flip it?
No, I don't think I'm flipping this guy here.
All right.
Come here, buddy.
Yeah, nice one. There you go. Oh, good one. There you go.
Every one of these fish are really nice size. Just come here, buddy. Look at the color of these fish. Boy, they're just beautiful, aren't they? They really are. You get those, 28 to 30 inches. They're really something. We'll get this guy back in the water.
Auto stow and deploy, power trim, and your choice of iPilot or iPilot Link. Ulterra from Minn Kota. We can't believe it either.
It's quiet on the river this morning. Ain't nobody on the water but me. And the sun's coming on, and it won't be long, but there's a little more weight coming in this creek. I got the line with that woman of mine, and she sent me on down that way. Now I'm making noise with the alligator boys, 20 miles east of Ghost Shade. Making noise with the alligator boys, 20 miles east of Ghost Shade.
Let us make this absolutely clear. The days of wasted casts and missed opportunities are over. New Mega Imaging takes fishing into the megahertz range for the first time, because higher frequency sonar means higher frequency of this. Without a doubt, it's the most detailed picture of the world below ever. And it's only from Humminbird.
Lund builds the best fishing boats, but did you know how affordable the best can be? Take the 1625 Fury XL side console, for example. Starting prices have been slashed, a savings of nearly $3,000. Or the 1625 Fury XL Sport walk-through windshield, a savings of over $3,000. Always wanted to get into a new Lund? Visit lundboats.com for your free catalog and to find a dealer near you. And take advantage of these great savings.
The Edge is presented by these and other fine sponsors.
Yeah, the bite really turned on here in the weather. You can look behind me here, this nice you know, this good overcast with a light little chop in here, but definitely you can feel like some weather setting in like this when we had some clear stuff earlier, and the fish turned on absolutely with this stuff.
Oh my goodness.
We might have to back reel. This one feels pretty good. Get some good. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Oh yeah, that's a good fish.
How many inches was that one? You didn't measure them, 25, 26
yeah, that's a
inches?
good fish. I was just snap jigging up in. Oh yeah, look at that one.
What size?
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, yeah. You got the net?
Yep.
Yeah, net. Give me a net. Give me a netter on this one. Yeah, look at that one. She just snapped. Look at that one.
There you go.
There we go. Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh my gosh, get over here, you beautiful walleye. Oh, look at let me get this one up. Look at that one. Oh my gosh. Hawk Lake is absolutely, you can see around me in the back, it is absolutely beautiful. This place has it all. Good smallmouth, lake trout, and most importantly, big eyes. You know, there's a lot of different rigs and baits and presentations that work for these walleyes when you're fishing like this up here. Here's a few of them you want to check out. Packing for a Canadian trip can be kind of overwhelming. What do I bring? How many do I bring? Do I need sandals or boots? Don't overthink it when it comes to rod, reel, line, and lures. I like to think about it like this. If I'm coming up here and gonna be chasing walleyes, I break it down to jigging, rigging, and bouncing. For my jigging rod, I like a 6'8" to 6'10" medium light, medium power, extra fast action. Extra fast action is the key. The St. Croix Icon Walleye Snap Jig rod with Daiwa's Ballistic is an awesome choice. This is a great entry-level rod and reel setup and is specifically designed for snap jigging. My rigging rod is a 7-foot medium light power, fast action, like the Icon rigging rod paired with a Fuego size 2000 is a beautiful combo. These rods are masterfully designed for rigging. It has a super sensitive soft tip and a perfect load for light wire hooks. And Daiwa's drag is butter. No worries about breaking off world-class walleyes on light line. My bouncing rod is a St. Croix Icon Bounce and Troll. It's a 7-foot, medium heavy power, moderate action. Pair this with a Daiwa Megaforce THS and you're set. The rod action is perfect for letting fish hook themselves, and the Megaforce reel has a twitching bar that allows you to pick up slack without turning the reel handle. Now, speaking of presentations, here are some baits that go with each setup. For the jigging, it's simple. Lots of VMC Moon Eye jigs from 1/8 ounce to 3/8 ounce. Pack some bags of big bite grubs, boot tails, and minnow shapes, and you're covered. For rigging, you can tie your own snells with size 1 to 6 VMC octopus hooks, or if you want to make it easy, a VMC fast grip live bait rig is the way to go. Here's a little tip for rigging. Try using a tungsten worm sinker. You'll be amazed at how well tungsten transmits the bottom composition. For bouncing, pack 1 to 3 ounce bottom bouncers, some spindrift rigs, spindrift spinners, and of course, crawler harnesses. We like the Revolution Hex spinners. And don't forget about hard baits. Shallow running Rapalas have produced some of our biggest fish when bouncing. When it comes to spooling up, everyone has their own preference, braid or mono. Here are the options we recommend. For jigging, 8-pound Suffix Pro Mix or 10-pound Suffix 832. For rigging, 6-pound Suffix Nano Braid or 6-pound Suffix Elite. For bouncing, 10-pound Suffix 832. Pack this gear and you're guaranteed to have a good trip. Oh yeah, there we go. It's a nice one.
Ooh, I just had another one.
You just had another one too?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the one thing I like about, I'm gonna say I like about snap jigging. You notice where he's hooked? Right in the top.
There's one.
You got him?
Yep. Ooh.
Big fish don't just fall from the sky.
Can't get enough Angling Edge? Wish you could learn more than you saw on TV? You can. Angling Edge DVDs dive deep into fish catching techniques that couldn't fit on air. It's like extra innings or overtime of Angling Edge. Choose from dozens of titles featuring your favorite freshwater fish. Purchase 5 DVDs at the incredible low price of $25. That's 5 DVDs for just $25. Purchase 2 sets and get free shipping too. Visit anglingedge.com to place your order.
Yeah, Lindner here for Angling Buzz. I'm Tony Rhodes. Ray Brostone. Lee Talkin here.
Brad Durick up here on the Red River.
Muskegon River.
Leech Lake.
Doubles Lake.
Beautiful Lake Vermilion.
Black.
Topwater's been really fun.
Go to the plastics.
Bass like this.
A lot of walleyes like that.
Giant bluegills.
From Sturgeon Bay.
Lake Sakakawea. Lake Winnie region.
Northern Wisconsin. Good luck, everybody.
Have fun.
Check us out on the web.
Current up-to-date fishing info from the best anglers in the Midwest. Learn from the pros at anglingbuzz.com.
The Edge is presented by these and other fine sponsors.
Ooh. Seems like these boys are getting a little bit more active. These fish, you know, walleyes, they move so much, you know, they come up and down
on this?
On these shelves. It's another great big one. Look at that, look at that horse.
Oh, jeez. All right, all right.
Great big dog there.
Oh my gosh,
Look at him, man. Look at the size of
Oh my gosh.
That's a big sucker there.
Yeah.
Look at him. Wow.
There you go, James. Oh, man.
I'm not kidding you. Look at the size.
There you
These
go,
fish are just
jeez.
monstrous. I am not kidding you. I mean, we've caught a number of these things, and they are just absolute talking tanks for walleyes. Look at the size of these things. I'm not kidding you. Just gorgeous fish. You know, that's one thing with these systems up in this area, northwest Ontario. I'm not kidding you. You catch a fish of a lifetime. Look at that.
I'm gonna have to back up to actually get the fish in the frame. It's too big. Look at that, wow.
There you go. Let me get her back in the water. And this, what makes these systems like this is catch and release. All these fish are put back into the water. Boy, that was sort of fun. Boy, that one really launched it. Boy, I popped that jig off the bottom and it just goes dunk.
Yeah, it was thrown right up. What was that? Just right up there.
Pretty interesting. We were sitting on top of these fish all day, and you could see them, and you couldn't catch them that good when that higher light, and then you got this little bit lower clouds and overcast, a little bit of wind, and it just seemed like it made all the difference in the world.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, that was up shallow.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying. I know.
You get head shake. You feel those head shakes. That's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. Oh, yeah. Look at
Holy
that.
mackerel, he's got
Look
just a
at that
giant.
one.
Look at that, I'm not kidding you, that's a big boy
Okay.
there.
Okay. Can you get it? You got it?
Wow.
You got it?
I know, you gotta really lean on these dogs. I'm not kidding you, they really put the,
Look at that.
wow.
Oh my gosh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Trey.
Look
Ready?
at that, there you go. Now you got her.
At that beast. Gold. Golden delicious. Except we'll release everything. Look at how beautiful that fish is and the size of that thing. Wow, 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 wow. All right, Jim, get my phone. I need a few stills of this one this time for me.
You know, today there's more young people in this world that have needs than I think ever before.
Yep.
I mean, you see issues every day in the newspaper or on the evening news that just get your attention. And there's a lot of organizations that are doing things to help these children in needs. One thing that came into my mind is in my hometown of Brainerd, we have an annual Fishing to End Hunger tournament. And the idea is to help kids against hunger. It's just hard for me to comprehend that there's kids all around us in our hometown in Brainerd here that are actually starving.
Yeah.
And my nephew Dan has got a real heart for young people. Kids have been a blessing to him. He and his wife had a bit of a challenging time having the two blessings that you have today.
Yep.
And he's got a real heart for young kids. And he wanted to share something with you and I.
Yeah, so my wife and I have 2 kids, and collectively we have over 50 cousins, nieces, nephews, on and on and on down the line. And needless to say, Christmas is pretty hectic. And the other day I was walking out of a big box retailer, and I noticed this wall, and there was a whole wall full of missing kids. And I couldn't believe it. I'm like, where are these kids at? And I couldn't imagine what the families are feeling, not knowing where these kids are at, just having 2 of my own. And about at the same time as when the Jacob Wetterling story re-broke again, and they tracked that animal down. And then there was another girl that was abducted and sad to say murdered. I mean, realistically, in our own backyard. I mean, I was angry, I was confused, I was mad, I wanted to tear my hair out of my head. And so I just wanted to encourage people to vote right, to keep these animals off the street and keep them in check, and do anything you can to support, you know, like the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. You know, go look online and figure out what you can do. And we all collectively have to be watching everybody else's back and watching your kids. You watch my kids, I'll watch your kids, and everybody keep a keen eye out so we can protect, you know, this God's greatest blessing is our kids. That's the bottom line, and we just need to be watching out for them and nurture them and love them.
Thanks, Dano.
Yeah.
I think we can all relate to that in some way, shape, or form. Hey, from all of us here at The Edge, you have a good, safe fishing season. We'll see you on the water. Hey, I want to take a moment to thank you for watching. And if you really like what you see, we got a whole lot more. So check us out at any one of these online outlets. You know, in fishing, there are good days and there are great days. Time is just a wink from the Almighty. We plan, target, rig, and play the game like everyone else.